everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're playing with all kinds of new makeup. We've got Dior, we've got Kyoto brush, we got lots of stuff. A lot of the products are brand new, and a couple of these products are new to me. So we'll be playing around with all of them. I have nothing on my face right now except my brows are done. So let's go ahead and pull my hair back. Okay. Trying to get my hair to stay is just like, all right, stay there. All right. So the first thing that we're going to play with today is the Christian Dior Prestige Cushion Foundation. Now, it looks like there's a couple of Dior cushion foundations, and there's also a powder that looks like it's in a similar packaging. So I got the Cushion Teint de Rose foundation because the way that they wrote about it was that it was skincare and foundation. So let me tell you what they say about it. Dior Prestige creates the #1 revitalizing foundation by Dior that concentrates the power of at least 460 rose petals for the most radiant rose petal complexion. Highly concentrated in pigments selected for their extraordinary rich color, the Cushion Teint de Rose ideally evens out the complexion with a weightless finish. Its rose-like pigments enhance the rosy glow on the skin surface. The face radiates with vibrant freshness. I don't know who writes these things, guys. It does have an SPF of 50+, which is great. That's awesome. And then it talks about how it's infused with rose petals and your skin is supposed to be revitalized. It's going to look better the day after, etc., etc., etc. Which is all great. I'm not sure if any of it's true. We're about to find out. My issue, Dior, is that it says there are 5 shades. There are 5 shades. Okay. I'm looking at my phone now to see the other foundation because I have the Dior Forever corrector. And I know darn well that comes in numerous shades. I mean, you know, I don't know how good the shades are. In other words, you know, it's always difficult to find your shade, but there's a variety of shades. And the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation, which is based off of the corrector, there's a lot of shades. I mean, there's not enough because there's never enough, but there's a lot. There's 32. Still not quite enough, but still, there's 32 of them. So I don't understand this. And it looks like in the other one, the other cushion, the Perfect Cushion Foundation, there are 7. So anyway, I'll try to get more detail. Maybe there's, I don't know. But if there really are only 5 shades of this and 7 shades of the other cushion, I don't even know why they bothered making it. Because it's insulting. The foundation, the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation, I do want to try because I really do like the Dior corrector, the concealer. So I will try that. I will pick that up soon. I haven't picked it up yet, but I will go ahead and try to find a shade. If any of you out there already have it, I have it in 1CR in the corrector, which I think is probably right for me, but they do have some cooler, they actually have lighter shades than that. So anyway, let me know if you have it. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try this foundation because I have it, and we'll see what we think. So compact is really pretty, really shiny, really reflective. Opens up like a cushion foundation. You've got the little sticker here. Okay. All right. There's the cushion. It looks like it's gonna be a little, we'll see, a little dark, but comes by itself. There's no other cushion in it. It is pigmented. I mean, it is fragranced. Has like a floral, like a weird floral, which I don't like. Seems to dissipate pretty quickly, but I don't like it. And it's not rose. I mean, it's got 460 roses in it, but it doesn't smell like rose. Maybe it's supposed to, but that's not what it smells like to me. All right, well, I'll say this. It looks nice. It went on well. It looks nice on my skin. My skin has been cooperating lately. I haven't had those red patches under my eyes. I haven't had as many problems with my dryness and skin irritation. I think because I've been trying to get more sleep. Okay. So it's on. It feels very hydrating. In fact, it feels a little sticky, which is interesting because I don't usually, my skin usually does not feel sticky. So, it does look nice. It looks nice. It feels nice. It feels hydrating. It did actually even out my skin. I don't like the smell, and I don't like the fact that there are 5 shades. Okay, let's move on. So that was the first thing I wanted to try for you. I'm gonna let that sit in the skin for a little bit because it does feel like a little tacky. I'll use powder, but I try not to use powder as much when I'm doing like a first impressions of a foundation because it can skew the, results of how I feel. So I want to mention a couple of new things that don't have anything to do with makeup. First is this Lush. If you guys are familiar with Lush, the store Lush, this is their Super Milk. I'll put it really close so you guys can see the title. So my hair, as you may have heard me say, is very thick and it's coarse. But as you get older, even people who have a lot of hair, your hair does, thin out a little bit. Mine hasn't thinned out a lot, but it's thinned out a little bit. And so the product that I used to use by Lush is a little bit too heavy for me. So this is a conditioning hair primer. So it says it's an almond, coconut, and oat milk hydrator that seals moisture into freshly washed hair and perks up dry curls. So I actually used it last night. My hair, I dried and I blew out my hair on Thursday. Correct? Yes, Thursday. Today is Saturday. So this is what my hair looks like after 2 days. I haven't done anything to it for 2 days. But I blew it out and straightened it on Thursday night. And then last night, Friday night, I just put some of this in the ends of it and went to bed. And it's really nice. It has a beautiful smell. It smells kind of like almondy, like sweet. It's really, really pretty. And so I just put it in my dry hair and it just kind of made the ends look like nicer and conditioned. So I wanted to say, this is a really good product to use in your hair when it's damp or dry. If you have, I think, average to thick hair, I think it would be a really good hair treatment. So I wanted to mention that because you guys asked me a lot of questions about my hair. I am going to be doing a hair video. Like I said, I'm just trying to, come up with a little bit of better balance in 2021. So I'm not going to have videos all the time. The other thing I want to mention, I believe in absolutely that, on my channel, I'm going to voice opinions. This is my channel. And there's things I'm going to say that you guys might disagree with or dislike, and that's totally fine. I expect that. In fact, I think that's good. I think it's naive to think that we're all going to agree all the time. It doesn't make any sense. And I think as a bigger whole, we all have to learn better how to work together, live together, be together when we don't always agree. But I also think it's really important when you make a mistake or you say something that you then realize you got more facts and you were wrong, to own up to it. And so I am doing that here today. This is a beauty product, guys. This is not political in any way. This is the Chantecaille face roller. I said in a video, and I don't remember when it was, to be honest with you, because I've done too many videos. But I said something along the lines of, and maybe it was the Refa Carrot Ray one that I was talking about, but I basically said, I didn't see the point in these because I had one once, which is true, I did, and I never used it. And the whole point of these is you have to use them consistently, and otherwise why would you spend so much money? And I absolutely believed that when I said it, because I had one before, not this kind, not the Chantecaille one, but I had one and I didn't use it, and so it was a waste of money. Fast tracked to the other day, I was gifted this, which was incredibly kind, and I love this thing. Not only do I love this thing, so I suffer from migraines. I get really, and I just have bad headaches. Not migraines. I mean, I get migraines, but I also just have bad headaches. This got rid of my headache. And I gotta tell you guys, if I had known, I want to apologize publicly for saying that this is not something really, really good. It really helped. So what I did with it, I think it might be because of the shape. So I don't know if you can really see, but like these roll in different directions, like on either side. It's like it's not a typical just like roller for your face. It's not like one big roller. It's different. And when I did, and it's like cool to the touch because of the stainless steel. So I had a really bad headache the other day, and so I was going like this, and I did it like on this side here too. I was like, okay. And I did it for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, and my headache went away. Now, I'm not telling you that you're gonna buy this and your headache is gonna go away, but I gotta tell you guys, I would happily pay the money for this. I mean, it was gifted to me, so I want to make that clear. But it not only did it really make my face feel good, and I have the BioLifting serum. I've had that before. I have the BioLifting serum that you can use with this. So we're gonna see if it actually like makes improvements in my face and makes my face look more lifted. But it massaged out the tension in my face, which is where I get a lot of my headaches. I get right here and here. So I want to get up here publicly and say I was wrong. They are not all the same. The one that I had before, the roller I had before, did not do anything like this does. And I want to say to Chantecaille, this is an amazing tool. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I have to read more about it, but I was so happy just rubbing it on my face that I will, because there's like a solar panel here too. So you get like a little bit of like electric current kind of. It's very slight. It's not like it zaps you or anything. So I don't know if that's what did it. I don't know if it was just the massaging action that like decreased the pressure in my face. I don't know. But anyway, I love this. Thank you very much. To all of you who suffer from like sinus pain and pressure, this is really awesome. This is like the best thing ever. Anyway, so long story short, I love that tool. I was wrong. They're not all the same. I apologize. Okay, moving on. Okay, my face still feels a little tacky. So let's use a little bit of powder. Let's use some Dior, since we're kind of in a Dior sort of mode. Kind of. I'll use the, you know what? Actually, no. Let's use Chantecaille, because I love Chantecaille anyway, but we were just talking about them. Let's use the Eclat Dew powder. This is the one that comes in this. You know, I don't know if this. I assume this still exists. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna pounce a little bit on. I love this powder. Yes, it does affect my thoughts on the foundation a little bit, but I think if I tried to put too many products on right now over that, it was still so tacky, I think it would look funky. So I don't want to do that. All right, powder, bronzer. We'll use Dior. We'll use Dior bronzer. I have it in Mineral Nude Bronze in 01. Then I'm gonna use a luminizer in also 01. Going with a Wayne Goss artist brush. This is his artist collection, which you can now get on Beautylish separately. And these brushes are incredibly soft. So I only use these, well, I use them a lot, but I use these when I want a very diffused, light application. If you want something that's gonna deposit more color, I don't suggest using these brushes because they are so soft, you're not gonna get a lot of that. Okay, so the next brush I want to use is the Kyoto brush. I think I showed you, yeah, I did. I showed you this, guys, on my Instagram feed. Here's the cover. That's so cute. So this is the Year of the Ox. I have a number of Kyoto brushes now. I really like the brushes. I think they're really good. And they're very, very soft. This one's incredibly soft. The little ox is just so freaking cute. Look at that, look. Do I need this brush? No, I don't need this brush, but I really wanted this brush, so I bought it. It's a town located, Kumano is a town located 20 kilometers east of downtown Hiroshima, where it is well known for the traditional and elegantly crafted writing brushes. Kumano brushes have the #1 share in Japan. This is a little thing that came with it. So it talks a little bit about where the brushes are made and how they're made. I mean, this brush, I can't even tell you how soft this brush is, guys. Like, it's incredibly soft. I also did order the Chikuhodo brush from Beautylish the other day, the Ox brush. I have the one from last year. You can see it's the rat, the Year of the Rat. I was born in the Year of the Rat. I was born in 1972, which is the Year of the Rat. I was not born in the Year of an Ox, but I felt like since I have the rat, I was like, I should get the ox. Again, do I need it? No. And I know I was trying to be better this year, and I really have been. I haven't bought any of the Chanel stuff yet. I haven't run out to buy the Guerlain Spring yet. I'll get it eventually, but I am being much more measured in the things that I pick up. But the brushes, because they are limited edition, they really do sell out. Once they're gone, they're gone. So I was like, all right, I will get the brushes. So the blush we're gonna use today is a blush that's not new. In fact, it's no longer available, but it's new to me. This is the Chanel Tweed Beige blush. Comes in the traditional Chanel packaging, and Tweed Beige. I used the Tweed Pink, I think, not that long ago on the channel, and I really loved it. And I was just like, wow. So I tracked down and bought a Tweed Beige. And I will show it to you on my hand. Isn't that pretty? I love it, I love it, I love it. I sound like Yachty when I said that, but I do. I can't do it the way she does it, but. All right, so I'm gonna go with this brush because I was like, you know what, let's try it. Let's see, why not, right? I mean, I know it's an angled brush and it's not really a blush brush, but you know. Oh, that's really pretty. And this brush is so soft, it feels like there's nothing on your skin. That's like super soft, guys. I'm really glad I bought this brush. It's super soft. Look how pretty that is. I love it. Okay. Yay. I know I'm like a child, but all right. So now we are gonna play with the Dior Trios. Now guys, I want to tell you, I've already used these. I don't know what to tell you. Other than I think something happened to Chanel. I mean, something happened to Dior. I don't know if they lost their minds. I don't know if the formula was supposed to be something. I don't know what's going on, but we'll get into it, okay? So this is 643 Pure Petals. This is 663 Triple Bloom, okay? Pure Petals, Triple Bloom. And they are slightly different. They're not drastically different, but they're slightly different. The Pure Petals is a little lighter. The Triple Bloom has more pigment. So we'll get into it. Let me swatch them. I'm sure you've already seen videos from people on this, so you know what's coming, but I felt like it was important. I feel Dior and I have a relationship now, so I feel like I needed to do this. 643. Okay, so this is the Pure Petals. Yeah, I feel like Dior and I are linked forever now, because a lot of you found me through reviews of the Dior Quince. And I gotta tell you guys, the Pink Sakura, gorgeous. Not what I expected at all. So glad I picked it up. Formula is the same as all the other formulas. And there's 2 more coming out, and I will be getting those when they come out. Which, I don't know when that is, but when they do, you shall be assured I will pick them up. Okay, Triple Bloom. I'm gonna put one on one eye and one on the other eye. Spoiler alert, they're not that different. So, I think, you know, the funny thing is they actually swatch nicely. Like, they're not great, but when they swatch, they're like not bad, except for, and we'll get into this in a second. Hold on. Let me not get ahead of myself. Okay. So there's the trios. Here, the first one is Pure Petals 643, and then the second one is Triple Bloom 663, okay? So when I saw these, when I first tried them, I was like, oh, I kind of like this one because it's a little bit deeper. This one's pretty too though, for spraying. It's light, you know, be a nice combination. And then I tried it. So here's the thing. The first 2 shades, this shade and this shade, are actually nice in both trios. So if this was a dual, because you know there are some, like Chantecaille has these, where there's 2 shades, a duo. If they had presented it as a duo, I would have been like, oh, it's kind of light, you know, it's not that outstanding and the shades look very similar, but I would have stopped there and said, that's pretty. If you really are, you know, Chanel, if you really are a Dior fan, and you like to buy these things and you like to collect them, and you know, that's what you like to do, go you. I mean, seriously, like, people shouldn't criticize. Everyone has their thing. But if that's what you like, and you are willing to pay this kind of money for 2 shades that aren't that different, okay. My issue is the 3rd shade. So the brown shade, or whatever this shade is in each one, because this one is actually, this one is more like copper, and this one is more like, it's like almost a purple brown. They're rubbery. So I was trying to figure out if maybe the formula was meant to be like wet and used as an liner. It has that feel, and I don't know how many of you are gonna even remember this, but there was a time where mascara was like, and you can still buy it, like cake mascara, so it comes in like a palette like this, and you wet it and you use a spoolie to get mascara, and it was always a little like gummy. It was like a little rubbery because it's a mascara. That's what these feel like. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if it's supposed to use as a liner and they just didn't say so, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know what it is, but the formula is weird. When you put your finger in it and you swatch it like this, it looks really pigmented, right? And you can get this like strong pigment. But when you try to use a brush and put it on your eye, it doesn't work because, like I said, it's like rubbery and gummy, which is the oddest thing. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna put the 2 shades, the peachy pink, whatever shade, and then like the topper shade on each eye. And then I'm gonna try to wet these and the brown shade, see if that works. And then I'll use it as a contour as well to see, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You've probably seen it on other channels by now. But what I would say is if you're thinking of picking these up, unless you are like the biggest Dior fan and you just feel the need to have every Dior product, I really can't recommend these. I don't know what they are. Like, I really don't understand what they are. Okay, so let's go on with the 643 Pure Petals. This one here. This is the lighter one. And I'm going in with the Wayne Goss number 18, and we'll use that peach shade all over. So like I said, this first shade, when I put it on, you'll see it's actually, I mean, it's pretty. It's not really my kind of shade because it's a peachy pink, but it's pretty. I mean, it's a pretty color. It's very springy, actually. And you know, it looks nice. Like, oh, okay, that's a pretty color, right? Nothing wrong with the color. So you can actually build it a little bit. I can, you know, make it more, and I'll build it a little more. And I have no problem with shades being a little more, like a lighter, more transparent shade. That often is good for a more mature eye. So that, again, okay. So look at that. I'm gonna, you know, get close. That's actually quite pretty. Okay. This is what happened to me when I was trying it. I'm basically doing a play-by-play of what happened when I did this last time. Okay, so let's do the same thing on the other eye with the other shade. It's a little bit more rose shade. It's actually the shade I like more of the two, believe it or not. And I know a lot of you who know me well will be like, really? It's pinky. But it has a, what's the word I'm looking for? It has a bit of bronze to it, actually, which I like. And I'll build it up a little so you guys can see that you can do that. All right. See, look. Pretty, right? You're like, oh, it's a nice shade. I mean, maybe it's not your shade. Maybe it's not the color you like, but it looks nice. Went on the eye, fine. I'm just like, okay, right? So we're gonna buff it out into the brow area. Okay, all good. We're doing fine. Yeah. This feels very much like, I've gone through this like a couple times now because I've been trying to figure out, like, am I doing something wrong? I don't think I am, but maybe. All right, so let's take the shiny sparkle color. That's what I'm calling it, the middle shade, and let's just go over the eyelid with it because it's like a topper shade. It's, you know, it's sparkly, it's light, it's a nice gold. I think you could use it as more of like, you know, an all over lid shade too. It would just be really light, but it's really pretty. It's actually, you know, it's like it's a nice shiny shade. We'll do the same thing with the other one, which is a little more cooler, like more silvery, not gold. I mean, it's got a gold tint to it, but you'll see when I put it on the eye what I mean. See? Okay? Really pretty. So see, if I stop there, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, it's simple. I don't think I'd be like, oh, I want to pay $70 or $60 or whatever I paid for these. I don't even know. $60, I think. I don't think I'd pay $60 for that unless you are paying for the really pretty embossing of the flowers and the do or name, which, you know, I guess is a thing. But okay. All right. So I'd be like, oh, that's, again, it's a nice look. Looks pretty on the eye. Is it springy? Yes. It looks nice. I didn't have a problem. And then I took the brown shade. And then I was just like, okay. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna take out the Builder Pro brush. Okay, this is a Sonia G brush. I feel like this brush is a really good brush to lay down more difficult formulas. Let's go in with the 643, that's the side, and the brown shade. I'm basically rubbing this brush deeply and repetitively. Okay. As you can see, not much is happening. I can get color, but it's, okay. So now I've got definition. The problem is, so if I do this, I can get this. The problem is when you go to buff it out, it doesn't buff. And the reason it doesn't, as you can see, it didn't move, is because it's like a little sticky. I can't explain it. You have to, I'm not telling you to experience it. Don't experience it. I experience it for you. You don't have to do it. But it's like, because it's not blending, if you notice, all it did was blend away the shiny shade that I had on my eye a minute ago. I will put it back on. There we go. So if you try to use it to define, to get some definition, all it does is rub away the other shade because it's not a blendable formula because it's, like I said, rubbery. All right, let's try, this is not a scratchy brush by any means. This is a Rephr brush. It's a number 12. It's not dense and scratchy and synthetic. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it is, it is dense and rounded. Let's just see how that works. I don't think it's gonna work. I've tried a bunch of things. Nothing has worked. I'm gonna go in this side. This is with the 663. So the issue becomes, like, even if I drag the brush and get pigment, when I go to put it on the eye, the problem becomes that it kind of blends away the other shades because of the weird formula. I'm trying to stamp it in, which seems to be working better. I guess I'm just annoyed that I have to go through all of these different ways to try to get this to work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like if you spend $60 on a Dior product, it shouldn't be that complicated. Okay, so that worked better. Let's try it with the other side. So basically what I'm doing is I'm like stamping it. I'm not blending it, really. Yeah, that worked better. I mean, I'm not saying it's great, but I own these things now. I have to figure out how to get them to work for me. Okay, yeah, that worked better. You can see that? So if you have them and you have a Rephr 12 brush, that seems to work well. I mean, not well, I shouldn't say well, but it works better. Yeah, that's the best look I've gotten from this trio, actually, this entire time. So, you know, okay. And then I'll put back the sparkle on top here, because basically I'm wearing it away by trying to stamp that shade into my eye. Okay. Let me see if I can buff out the top at all. If I go right, if I keep on it, I think I can. Again, it's a lot of work, but okay. I'm not saying it's a great look, guys. I'm saying it's not terrible. All right, let me bring you in so you can see what I have so far. That's what I got so far. All right, so let me see if we can take some Max Fix Plus and try to use this as a liner. I'm at a loss at this point, so I'll try anything. That stamping with the Rephr 12 brush did work, guys. Like I said, you can see it. Like, I'm not saying it worked well. I still feel like it doesn't really look like it does in the pan, and it didn't give me a lot of color, but it did give me some, so it's something. But let's try this. This is a Rephr brush. It's a number 3. I'll show you. Tiny little brush. So at this point, let's try it as a liner. Oh, interesting. That worked really well. Look at that, guys. Well, maybe we have our answer. Maybe it's not an eyeshadow. But if that's the case, you think Dior would come out and tell us that. But maybe not. Yeah, well, I will say, yeah, that worked really well as a liner. All right, let's try the other side. It feels like a liner. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like a liner. It feels like it's supposed to be wet because it's like rubbery. I have no other way of explaining myself here. I'm not doing a great job, I know, but it feels like it's not supposed to be a shadow. Yep. Yeah, that works really well as a liner. Went on perfectly. If this is meant as a liner, this bottom shade, I think they should have somehow identified it as such. In other words, they should have made it thinner, or maybe put it in the middle, or put on the back eyeshadows and eyeliner, because this says eyeshadow palette. 6 months, by the way, shelf life, like the Quince. I don't know what to tell you. It works really well as a liner, especially this shade. This is the 663, the Triple Bloom. I think it actually looks really nice as a liner. That went on beautifully as a liner. As a shadow, not so much. As a liner, it looks really nice. So maybe that was the purpose. If so, though, they did not make that clear. Let me curl my lashes, put on some mascara. I'll use the Dior Over Curl, and we'll be right back. Okay, so, you know, let's use the lipstick. When I used the Pink Sakura lipstick with the Pink Sakura Quint, I mentioned that I thought it was pretty, but I didn't think it went with the Quint at all. And a lot of you said, well, maybe it goes with the trios. Here's my issue with that. It may. We're going to try it right now. It may go better with the trios, but then why did Dior call it Pink Sakura after the Quint that it looks nothing like? Again, I get it. It might have been meant to go with the trios, but then they should have called it Triple Bloom or Pure Petals or something. They called it Pink Sakura, the exact same name as the Quint, and the color story is completely different. And I think that's confusing for people. So I don't like it. So I don't like that. All right, let's try it. Let's see what we think. Okay, there it is. I'll try it on the back of my hand so you guys can see it again. A lot of you also mentioned how much you liked the shade on me, even though I said I did not like it. Yes, this definitely goes better with the trios. Absolutely. In line with the color story. I agree. Still annoys me that they called it Pink Sakura, guys. Sorry, but I find it annoying. I think it's misleading, and I don't like that in advertising. So, yeah, I think that goes nicely. I think it goes with this shade, which is the 663, and I think it goes with this one, which is the 643, which is the Pure Petals. I think you can tell the difference on my eyes, because this one's a little warmer and this one's pinker, but I don't think it's drastic, especially if I move back. I don't think you can tell as much which one's which, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think the Pink Sakura lip actually looks really nice with these. And I will endeavor to learn to like this shade. Since you guys all like it so much on me, or many of you, I will try to adapt. So just some final thoughts. The Kyoto brush, if it's still available, I don't think it is, but if it is, the little ox brush, this is super soft, guys. Super soft. Performed beautifully. I really like it. I like the angled brush, actually. I used it for blush today, but I actually think it worked really well for blush. I think it would be great for contouring. I think it would be great for highlight. I think it would be great for powder. It's super soft. It's really nice. It's a beautifully made brush. It's tiny, so I can travel with it. I'm very happy with it. Very happy with my purchase. The trios, I think we've talked about them ad nauseum. You know my thoughts. The lipstick, this is the satin formula, by the way, the new satin formula. I love the formula. I think it's very pretty. It's light. It's not an opaque formula. I'm looking forward to trying the velvet formula. Haven't tried that yet, but I'm looking forward to it. The tweed blush, Chanel tweed blush. I love it. I do. This is the beige. I really like it. Sorry, because it's not available right now, but you can track it down like I did. You can still buy it in some places. And the Dior Cushion Foundation. I hate to say it, but I really like it. The reason I say I hate to say it is because if there really are only 5 shades of this, that is problematic on numerous levels. Has an SPF of 50, 12-month shelf life, and this is the Dior Prestige foundation. I will say in regards to how it works, I think it works really well. I think it looks really nice on my skin. It's actually the exact color match for me. My skin does feel hydrated. It doesn't feel sticky, but it feels moisturized. I will give you an update, let you know how it wears. At the moment, I think it looks really pretty. Looks really good on my skin. And that's it for its actual, how it performs. Okay, guys. I will be doing the other Charlotte Tilbury quads. I will eventually do Chanel Spring and Guerlain Spring and all those. Don't worry, they're coming up. But I'm just kind of keeping a more measured approach to 2021. So I hope you will join me for another video really soon. Thanks so much.